Whichever stories begin, Patrick and Randy are letting you in. From the desert lights where the big names are, it's big conversations, little bar. Athletes and dreamers, stars of the screen, leaders and builders, and all in between, sharing their journeys, how they've come this far. It's big conversations, little bar.
Welcome to Big Conversations, Little Bar, the Coachella Valley's favorite podcast, recorded live at Skip Page's Little Bar in Palm Desert. Get ready for another fascinating hour of meeting people who make the desert city such a spectacular place to be. Now, nestled in their corner booth perch, well lubricated and raring to chat, here's Patrick Evans and Randy Florence.
That is Howard Hoffman, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here, in fact, at Skip Page's Little Bar in the coveted corner booth. I'm here, the Barney Rubble to my Fred Flintstone. Randy Florence is here. Hi, Randy.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here. Welcome. How are things?
It has been an incredibly great month.
What of this month has been incredible for you?
I'm very, very close to getting a dog.
That is exciting.
Very, very close.
You've been talking about
this. And it
this.
could happen, what did they say on the news? As early as tomorrow, which basically means it could be any day in the future, but it could be as early as tomorrow.
Where have you identified said dog?
Lucy. I'm introducing everybody to Lucy. Lucy is in my development and was abandoned in the development, and somebody knew I was looking for a dog and called me. And I've fallen in love with Lucy.
Oh, what kind of dog is Lucy?
Lucy is a mix between a terrier and I'm assuming a dachshund because the ears stick straight up like a dachshund.
No, dachshunds have floppy ears because I have two of them.
You're the one that told me you thought it was half dachshund. Chihuahua?
Oh, I saw a picture of Lucy. That's right.
Chihuahua? Do they
Chihuahua.
stick up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Chihuahua.
Can we start over?
Nope.
Can we start over from
Here
when you
we go.
screwed up Howard Hoffman's name?
Yeah, I screwed it up twice, and I also screwed up Fred Flintstone's name. But who cares? You know, the most important name is Miss Jane Guy.
Yeah, Jane Guy. We should have her on the podcast.
I would love to have her on the podcast. She won't be seen in public with us.
I'm too busy.
She's way too busy. Wait a minute, she's right here. Miss Jane Guy is here. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for asking. Lovely manners.
Well, we're delighted to have you.
And we're not usually this polite.
Actually,
and it won't be by the end of the show.
Seldom are we this polite. No, I'm really, really excited to have you on. I prefer to introduce you as Bitsy.
Thank you.
Your alter ego.
Bitsy Bouvier Beale.
And I will admit that during the first act of Skippy and Bitsy, I was a little confused which one was Skippy and Bitsy. I figured it out, but because you're...
Skippy's also confused.
As played by previous guest Terry Ray.
Yes.
In your wonderful Christmas... Tell us the genesis of Skippy and Bitsy, because it's hysterical and as crazy as it comes.
Well, Skippy and Bitsy, of course, in their own minds, are very, very popular TV stars from the 60s who've never really broken out of the 60s. And they do a Christmas special every year, and it's the filming of their TV Christmas special with guests coming in, guests coming out. Sometimes they think the camera's off, but the camera's on. Their own belief in their own ability to sing, dance, and tell jokes. It never wanes. And sometimes we actually have superstars like Patrick Evans turn up.
I was in a small recorded part, but it was one of my favorite things to do because I actually got to recite the opening monologue from Star Trek.
I had no idea it was going to happen, so it was awesome when I was sitting there and I'm like, fuck, I'm listening to him again.
There's no escape.
There's no escape.
And then we had to nearly break up because I referred to that Star Trek uniform as a costume. It's not a costume.
It is not
It's
a
a uniform.
He's got several of them that are costumes, but
They're not costumes.
They're not
uniforms.
costumes.
one of them's a uniform.
There are multiple iterations of uniforms across, starting with the
Get your shit together, please.
2260s.
If you knew how often this was discussed on the show, you wouldn't seriously be considering the co-host job.
She is seriously considering it.
She's going to have to learn a lot more about Star Trek. So when I came to see Itsy and
Yes.
Skipsy and
Tootsie and Pootsy.
You want
Yes.
some of mine? Because you sound pretty, authentically hammered right now.
I will be.
Look what you two have reduced me to by introducing the microphone.
A martini with a straw.
With a straw.
That may be the first time I've ever seen it. Yes. I went to a matinee show this season.
Matinee always has a certain thrift store smell, doesn't it?
Yes.
I love a matinee.
I love a matinee
Where
too.
do you put all the walkers? I don't know.
Now, I
That may
had
be one of the
not,
funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
I had not previously seen the show.
Well, shame on you.
So when the dancers came out to do their sister's song, I was thinking, God, feathers would just be amazing right there. But there were no feathers.
Oh, you came to that one.
I came to that one.
That is Terry Ray's fault.
What you guys did, I have
With
to tell
hand
you,
feathers.
for somebody who is trying his hardest to figure out what to do on stage, sitting back at the end of that and realizing how you guys came through, not your most perfect performance, and made it an amazing time for the audience. That was just really cool, and I have to congratulate you on that.
I saw a performance. There were feathers involved, but you said not their most perfect. You don't know that. That might have been their most.
Yes.
Their best one.
It might have been. I don't know.
I'm right here, Patrick. I'm sitting right here.
Did
You
they have
very
feathers?
hurtful boy.
Did they have dancing feathers in your performance?
There were actually feathers. I understood that story when Randy told it to me, and then you told me as well.
It was on the front page of the Desert
Yeah.
Sun the
Wow.
next day.
They'll put anything up there.
It was that or missing a shopping cart from Aldi. Front page.
You can't believe everything you see.
Not in the Desert Sun.
No, which is published in Arizona, for God's sakes. At any rate, when I was in 5th grade and I had the lead in The Wizard of Oz as the Tin Woodsman.
Oh, I'm still waiting for Dorothy, but yes, no.
No, I didn't.
Yes, Patrick, the Tin Woodsman, he was the lead.
But
in
he
that
was
show.
always Dorothy in his
100%.
mind.
100%. But I left. There's a scene where Dorothy's supposed to oil the Tin Woodsman, and I forgot the oil can. So I know exactly how that feels.
What'd you use?
There was no oil then. There was
Okay, I just wondered.
Wow.
no
I wondered-
lubrication in that scene.
I wondered if
which
it was
makes
a
it sound
yes
like a
and.
different kind of production,
Yes.
but it was.
Was it a yes and situation?
It was a yes.
We had to
and.
improv an oil can.
I want to go back to how you guys, because at one time you were the owner of the largest tap dance school in all of Australia. I think people might have noticed an accent, so I want to explain that.
What? A dingo ate my baby.
God, this is going to be the most heavily edited episode. Go
Not
ahead.
a moment you can edit out of this. It's all gold. So tell me about that. You grew up in Melbourne, correct?
I grew up in Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne. Thank you very much.
I've been there.
Really?
Love the city. We talked, well, actually.
Oh, we did.
Yes, Brunetti's Coffee.
Yes,
we discussed it
we
at Melvin's.
did.
You may not recall.
Oh, wow.
Were you drunk then?
I've never been drunk, but I have memory lapses sometimes. Brought on by liquid medication.
That's, yes. Let's just go with that. But yeah,
Yes.
so I love Brunetti's and I love
Yes.
the lanes. It's a lovely
That's
city.
what I miss, coffee. Get
Not
your
the
shit
same here.
together, America, on the coffee front.
Do we have bad coffee
Apparently.
compared to Australia? Seriously?
Well, Brunetti's is this great Italian coffee shop. There was
Okay.
a large Italian migration to Melbourne, in particular in Australia. I think prior to the mass exodus of Italians to the United States. Somewhere in that range.
So how's the coffee?
The coffee?
It's amazing.
Is it better there?
Yes.
Okay, that's really where I was going.
You know that Melbourne is a sister city to Seattle. So
The coffee capital.
Seattle is another coffee capital, yeah. So it makes a lot of sense.
You have a lot of brown sadness water here. Let's just put it that way.
Is there a place I can go to get a good cup of Australian coffee here in the desert?
Dream on, my friend.
No.
Well, I sense that maybe you guys should do that.
Really?
Australian coffee.
Yeah? Does it involve work?
Kangaroo coffee. I've made up the name for you. It's all yours.
We've
Thank
never
you.
worked this hard for an invitation to somebody's house before.
Get your morning off to a hopping good start with kangaroo coffee. There, I've just done the whole business plan.
Thanks.
You were in the pocket, too. There you
At
go.
the Outback Coffee
You
House.
kid. That's what baby kangaroos are
Oh,
Joey's.
called. Oh, they're Joey, so I screwed that joke up. Okay. Oh,
we
cut it
really
out.
are going to need to start this one over.
No, I would
So
not.
far, we've said nothing.
We have said nothing, and it's still been our best episode.
That's the essence of big conversation. We say a lot of nothing.
All right, I want to go back to the very
Yes,
beginning.
do it.
Australia.
Yes, I was born
We were
and
there.
raised in Melbourne, Australia. My parents were in showbiz.
Seriously?
Yes.
And what'd they do?
My mother brilliantly had a female singing troupe called the Lennon Sisters. None of them were named Lennon. None of them were sisters. And also, I believe they stole it from a famous American group called the Lennon Sisters. But we're from Australia and no one knew they existed. So they were the Lennon Sisters for a long time. And my mother also played the piano. My father played saxophone in the same band. And they were managed by this legendary Melbourne manager named Sid Elwood, who he had show teeth. So he had false teeth. And he would wear his day teeth to rehearsal, and then he would wear his show teeth when it was time to go on stage. And
That's so
he
great.
really basically trained them in the theatre, but by training them to the theatre, they went to every show in town. But the main thing was to just stay in the lobby for as long as you could so you could be seen. And then they missed the first scene of every show that was ever in town.
Oh,
and then
my.
intermission would come. Intermission's in 5 minutes. We have to run down to the foyer so we can be seen. So that was the whole thing, was to be seen.
Was it about fame?
Yes. It was 100% about fame, which is all our family cares about.
And how did that work out?
Well, here I am.
You're here in a bar.
In the corner of a dirty bar in I don't know where, Palm Springs.
This is not a dirty bar.
It's not a dirty
It's not a
bar.
good
No.
podcast,
It's
but
a
it's a
sm-
clean bar.
it's
I
a
love
small
this
bar.
bar.
No,
Thank you for introducing me to it.
It's a really cool place.
This is one of the coolest spots in
I
town.
love it.
Skips-
It's like a secret.
It got cooler, didn't it?
Oh, Jane makes every
Jane
place.
makes every place
Jane
cooler.
makes every place cooler. She makes Ron Oliver cooler.
Oh, well.
Okay, well, we'll see
Don't
by the
tell
end
him
of the
I said
episode. Siblings?
Yes.
And were they in show business?
Yes.
So was the
So,
family?
yes.
Did you perform together?
Oh, my God. I wish we had with a banjo and a washboard. No, we didn't ever do that. My older brother was a playwright and a director, kind of quite a well-known one. And my younger brother, who gave it up to build houses because it wasn't a good path, he was a drunken clown named Shakes the Clown, who his gift was juggling and dropping all the balls. Also, in the family tradition, I believe there's an American famous clown called Shakes the Clown. So we just steal everything we have from your country.
Well, we stole every TV show from London and Britain, so
God bless.
Shakes the clown.
Shakes
Yes.
the Clown. I like that.
Well, when we have Harpo the clown on the podcast,
I'd rather meet Shakes.
I think Shakes sounds like a lot more fun.
It does. So
Shakes
the family
has the same
was
hobbies as you.
This is not a hobby, young lady. I am a professional.
And again, you've forced me to drink a martini with a straw.
Well,
So what was your first time on stage?
Hair dries up, girls. Here's the story. So I was a little dance toddler, scarred by it, had to leave it for years, my mother, all the mothers of the troupe were handed some striped fabric and told to go away and sew our milkmaid costumes for the big opening performance. And my mother, who didn't know a thing about sewing, was furious and said, as soon as this is over, you're never going back. So made the costume, slaved over making this costume because she couldn't sew. So she didn't have it done till the night before the show. The day of the show, all the milkmaids come out. 9 milkmaids have horizontal stripes and 1 milkmaid has vertical stripes. And we were supposed to have these rubber lambs for some reason, that we were to hire these rubber lambs. And my mother said, I'm not hiring that rubber lamb because the butcher has a perfectly good rubber lamb. So our butcher, just near the lamb chops, used to have a little rubber lamb just to point out you're about to eat a baby lamb if you buy a kilo of that.
There's nothing better than Australian lamb.
So she borrowed... Thank you. That's put a pin in that, Patrick. That's another story.
You did a cup of coffee with it.
So
you got the butcher's rubber lamb and you smelled like lamb chops.
I smelled like a lamb chop. Dogs followed me around and my stripes were going in the wrong direction. And I thought, showbiz is for me.
But isn't the vertical stripe more flattering?
Thank you.
Honestly.
And
did you get a reation walking out looking differently than everybody else? And did that kind of like, I like this.
I like it.
Yeah.
or perhaps it was the aroma of lamb.
It could have been the lamb.
Oh, I've wooed so many men with a chop between now and then.
Oh, man. All right. So,
where do you go from there, Randy?
I
can't wait to find out.
Yeah. This has been another great episode. Big conversations. What? We've got 55 minutes to go?
Yeah, you've got a whole hour still to go. No, I want to know.
Wow.
All right, so you were a child performer,
yes,
showbiz
there
family. I was. When did you learn the great art and skill of tap dance?
Well, the Melbourne Theatre Company had a youth troupe for a little while before they realised that was working with kids and was a terrible idea. But before they realised that, they had a youth company that my brother and I were both in, and that's where they taught us to tap for the first time.
And that is a skill that you pass on. Now you, to this day, teach tap.
I do. Despite my bleeding twigs, my poor sore legs, I still put it out there for the people, Patrick.
Just a giver.
I am a giver.
Well, you had a great tap scene in Skippy and Bitsy.
Let's call it that.
Well, there was a tap scene.
Yes. Oh, that's going to be on the poster next year. Patrick Evans quote. It was a great tap dance.
It was a great tap dance.
I will. It was the greatest tap scene I have ever experienced in live theater.
The only?
I didn't say that.
Some things are just implied, though, aren't they?
How old were you when you started the tap?
The age question. Well, then, when I was the milkmaid with the chop-smelling lamb, I think I was only like 5 or 6. And then, you go through your troubled teens, of course, when it's not cool. And then I came back to it as an adult. And then when I wanted to come back to it as an adult, I don't know if you know this about dance, but it can be a little bit elitist. And there were very few places to go where someone who was my age with my long ago experience, who looked like me, who didn't really care about going to competitions or anything, there was really nowhere to go to do that. So we hired a studio. My brother, who I was a clown, now I'm a builder, put in a dance floor, and it just went off. There were so many people who had never had the opportunity to dance when they were kids, or had been scarred by having forced to wear a leotard in public. There were so many people who were the same as me, who I want to dance, but I don't want to do the big thing, and so it was great. And we ended up doing these giant shows in the biggest theatres in Australia. We performed in theatres the Rolling Stones had been in, and it was just insane because we had so many people who bought so many people. We were just in these giant venues going, and they're all just tap dancing. You do understand?
It's a tap dance show.
We're just tap dancing.
Now, so you start tap dancing at 5. Was there a plan? Was the family like saying, hey, we're all going to do this and eventually we'll become the Partridge Family or something?
That's the way I saw it, but no. No. So after my parents married, they really moved into like a semi-rural area, and my dad was like in advertising in the 60s, and
So he's basically John Hamm in Mad Men.
oh my God, I was just going to say, after I watched Mad Men, I understood my father and so many stories and things that had happened. Why is Dad sound asleep in a mini miner in a ditch outside the house with 2 pounds of shrimp on top of him? And I go, now I understand.
Where did those olives with blue cheese come from?
Right. So many things made sense when I watched Mad Men. And, because of where we lived, my mum was like a stay-at-home mum for a long time, and then just became a secretary, which I loved.
Did they consider to support your career?
Oh, good question.
Thank you. I got one.
It's episode 143. Mark Randy down. He got a good question.
That's right. I can come back.
So I would host these big tap extravaganzas, but also I was working stand-up for a long time. And never invite your parents when you're doing stand-up. Never.
Because you're talking about them, right?
Right. And you know what goes on in the underpants department. There's things that you don't want your parents to be hearing. And my mother said the famous words, you really needed to get off that stage because everyone was laughing at you. And you're like, okay. My job is... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Wow.
What did she think you were doing?
I don't know, because she never came to find out again.
Wow.
Yeah, not good.
What was the joke that she took most offense to?
I can never say it.
Oh, come on.
I bet you Michael Holmes told it.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
Well,
You remember his good one.
It wasn't a joke. It was just a saying.
But it was funny.
It was very good. It was very good.
We'll tell you one offline.
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you this offline.
Okay. Put your headset up.
Really? Oh.
When did you know Australia wasn't big enough?
Oh, my gosh. It really wasn't like that. I kind of fell in love with Palm Springs.
Talk about that, because I know you'd been coming for a while.
Right. So, I don't know if we talk about it in public. There was kind of a financial crash here where you could buy houses here for 10 cents. So let's get one of those. So we had the house here for a long time, and we used to just come, we could only take a break at the end of the year.
What made you start visiting here in the first place?
Well, we came by accident on a road trip. I really came because of the Palm Springs Follies. So the most unsung tap dancer in history is Donald O'Connor, and he was hosting the Palm Springs Follies. And I could not believe that we could go and see him in this, compared to where you would have to go and see him if you came to Australia, this tiny venue. We went, okay, well, we've got to stop in Palm Springs to see Donald O'Connor, who selfishly had a heart attack on stage the night before we came.
Dick.
The things people will do to avoid
Randy.
seeing me. I thought it, you said it. So,
I did that for you. I was protecting you. I felt bad.
Randy.
And then I also loved Marilyn Monroe, and there were all these, supposedly places she'd stayed and Marilyn-themed hotels you could stay in. So there were many, many reasons to come. But we had no idea about the Jetsons side of it. And the first, when you come into town, and I think the first one you see is Racket Club Estates, which is where we ended up living, and we just turned left into this, what is this? Like, the Jetsons live here, the whole neighbourhood's intact, because in Melbourne it would be like, there's a California bungalow next to some 60s apartments, next to an old Victorian, like, it's very eclectic. And here was this intact neighbourhood where clearly everyone loved the same thing and maintained it, and had the same sensibility, and I was like, I want to live.
I like this.
I want to live here.
If any place fits her personality, is any place more than Palm Springs?
Well, I totally understand that when she strolled into Palm Springs, this resonated with her.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. My people are here.
Your people are here.
Yes. If ever a town celebrated and embraced weirdos, this is it.
This is congratulations for finding it.
We still have a fighting chance, Randy. They're embracing weirdos.
Maybe I don't have the accent for it.
Physically embracing, because a hug would be nice
Well,
sometimes.
just in the balcony of the Plaza Theatre. No.
On a different episode of the
Callback.
conversation,
We just had a callback.
We had a callback from someone who wasn't even there. That's how good the story was.
Right. So you traveling here, you're visiting. How often were you coming out?
So we came once a year. So I would have my tap year. There would be a big show in November, and then the 2 days after that show was over, we would be here. Wow. And then we could stay for 2 or 3 months, and I had to go back to the business. So we did that for years, like a decade before we moved.
And what made it permanent?
So then I started getting work here. So people started hiring me, and then I had to get a work permit so I could work. So I took a job with the Fruitcake Follies in Hollywood. And then that job, I started off as a guest star, and then I became part of their annual, I was in the cast, and then I went on to host it, and then I was like, okay, so I'm going to have to get a work permit. So then from there, people saw that, and I got offered more and more work, and I was like, I could really, and I'm really quite lazy at heart, so what about if I only had to go to the theatre at 5 o'clock and didn't have to teach for 4 hours every day? It was great. And I really wanted to get back to performing more and teaching less, and I was getting work here. So look, let's just go for a green card. Let's just see what happens. And the lawyer we had, Ron Oliver, helped because he had done it first of all, was fabulous. Really made me sound like I was B. Arthur and Mickey Rooney's love child. It was so good. And so
I just want to see how that would happen.
Right. Well, someone has to stand on a chair for a start. So there we were.
I'll sit under it. I just want to watch.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Wait, B. Arthur and Mickey, that's...
Are you kidding? You wouldn't want to see that?
My voyeuristic dream is to watch B. Arthur and Mickey Rooney going at it. Anyway.
Good gracious. I don't want to see your porn search
after
history.
your B and Mickey dreams, what came next?
Yes.
So then we applied for this green card, alien of extraordinary abilities. Even though I'm pretty sure tap dancing was invented in America, you need an Australian tap dancer here. And we got the green card right in the middle of COVID. And they were like,
planning.
Yeah.
Well, in COVID in Australia, you guys were really severely locked down.
Very, very strict.
Well, as my brother-in-law is from Melbourne, and he said there was travel restrictions. You couldn't go more than 5 or 10 kilometers
Correct.
from your home.
Wow.
One person could leave the house for 1 hour a day to do what they had to do. Everything was closed. We were really in the house, and you could get an exemption. It was like they were checking your papers if you were on the street. If you don't have a reason to be out here, you have to go home. And
God, that never happens.
Sort of like right here.
Well,
Oh. Meanwhile,
That's popped
back
out.
in
I'm
the
sorry.
present,
all the things we're not saying.
Didn't say it.
we just said it.
I didn't say it.
Jane and I did.
I will never say it. Because I'm an immigrant. I won't say a thing.
I could be. There's so much I don't know.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Don't look at me like that. Now I'm nervous. I'm a citizen.
Well, I just assumed you came when you were like 30 or something, and you obviously can't remember what happened before then.
75 years
Well, that
ago.
feels like that felt like an age joke.
It did. But it's okay.
It sort of landed like an age joke.
I'm always the oldest one at the table.
I just want to repeat
Wouldn't
that
do
for those
it.
who missed it. I just assumed you came when you were 30, and now you have no recollection of that. That is... I love
Were
that.
we just talking about that?
So
Was
anyway,
this part of this conversation?
how did you guys get out of Australia in the midst of COVID to move to the United
Oh my
States?
God.
I know.
That is a whole thing.
Yeah, I'll bet it is.
So
It would be a good thing to talk about on a podcast.
I wish I'd thought to tell you that story, but I'm not going to. Oh, no. Okay, I will. We literally got the last flight out of Australia before they closed the borders. And we had so many thousands of dollars in the air because we would book the flight and they'd go, no, we're not doing that flight anymore because no one's allowed to fly. Oh, we were going to go via Fiji and then we were going to go like everywhere. So we got this last flight out of Australia and, you know, no one knew what it was then. And so we were sitting on the plane for 16 hours. Like, I don't know if you've ever done that long haul flight.
I have done it.
People, like, they lose their minds and they're up and down out of their seats and they're doing yoga in the aisles and, like, it's insane. And I've never been on that flight where everyone just sat like they'd had their legs smacked by the headmistress and didn't move or take their mask off for 16 hours.
Wow.
And so we arrived. We had to immigrate into San Francisco because that was the only flight we could get. Oh, we get to America, business as usual. Coffee shops are open, everyone's walking around. Like, it was very hard to understand.
But it was only cups of brown, sad water.
That's right. Ugh. I'll wait till I get home to the espresso machine. So then we got the little flight to Palm Springs, and we were so shell-shocked. And I like to wear a pretty dress. I don't like to wear a pant. That's important to the story. So we get to Palm Springs. Our mutual friend, Ron, we were thinking one person was going to pick us up and take us home. Ron Oliver has organised this whole shebang at the airport. He is wearing a coconut bra and a grass skirt and has giant posters with our faces on it. And our song, Dunk a Shame by Wayne Newton, he has somehow got to play over the loudspeaker at Palm Springs Airport.
Oh, my gosh.
And we were so shell-shocked that we walked past the whole thing. And it wasn't until I heard his husband Eric say, "She's wearing pants," that I went, "Oh, that's for me." I turned around and there they all were.
Oh, my God. That's a great story.
Oh,
That's a pretty good entree to the desert.
That was our first day here, yeah.
I just drove in on 5.
The 5.
No, I'm from Northern California.
You guys don't put the in front of the
No,
freeways?
that's how we know you people are from Southern California.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. No, we never do that. I actually heard somebody say the other day, I was on the 111 and I almost fell down.
Yeah, I don't
that's
take
taking
the
it
one.
too far.
That's a bridge too far.
Excuse us while we go off topic
Yeah,
here.
they're just talking American
This is
now.
really important.
This is. Don't you? But you call it. I mean, you have assimilated to our culture to some degree. You call it the 10, don't you? No.
Does any
one of life's passengers.
I don't call it anything.
in Australia do they put the?
No.
Yeah.
We don't call it the numbers unless it's the 1, which is the one that goes right around the edge. We don't call it the numbers.
They're all named.
Right round the edge. Right round the edge. I love that.
I like that. That was cool.
That's very cool. So what do you call your, like, obviously all of your big cities, Sydney has freeways.
Yes.
Melbourne has freeways.
Yes.
What do you call them?
Bob.
Well, if you're on the freeway that goes to the Monash University, you're on the Monash Freeway.
See, our freeways used to have names.
Really?
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah, it was the San Bernardino Freeway and the Santa Monica Freeway. No one used the names. They just started calling them by the numbers. It just happened over time.
But it's more than that. You people like to talk about it for a long time. How did you get there? I took the yada yada to the blah blah blah, and I'm just hearing white noise for hours.
I took the Fred Waring to the Frank Sinatra.
See, wouldn't that be lovely?
To the 111.
To the 111.
No one says the 111. Who said that? I don't want to know.
Get mad at me. I didn't say it.
I'm not mad.
Okay.
Seldom mad.
Every street here has such a great name. Why can't we use them?
Bob Hope, Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
Fred
I went to
Waring.
pick up a chair at Ginger Rogers, and I was like, well, I'm going to tell everyone that was Ginger Rogers' chair.
That's pretty good.
How could it not be?
Who's Phyllis Jackson? Do you know?
Phyllis was very famous.
I don't know. That's
she
why
was
I
a
asked.
pioneer.
In town?
I don't know. I
In
have
her
no idea.
field.
Well, she has a street.
Or
I
a
didn't know you were
field.
going to continue the line of questioning. I thought I could get away with it.
If you don't know,
I thought I was
who
going to
knows?
make you feel bad for not knowing. What? You don't know who Phyllis? You Philistine.
Mummy and Daddy are fighting.
PTSD.
Mom and Daddy are fighting. All right, so you arrive.
Yes.
Ron throws this incredible party, which
You
you
did.
damn near missed. But you finally
That's
catch it.
true.
And then that's when you started doing the what was it? The fruity.
Let's call it that.
No, what was it?
The Fruitcake Follies.
Fruitcake Follies.
I had
Fruity
already-
and Bitsy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's
Yes.
if the shoe fits. So, yes, I'd been doing it for a while, and then, I was doing it legally.
No one's.
No, I did have a work permit to do it, but then I could do it all the time. And then in celebration, there was what was it called? Firecracker Follies when I arrived. It was like around the 4th of July, which is fabulous because I know nothing about your history. And then I was telling jokes about things I had no idea. Oh, anyway.
All right, and then now you guys do tours now, correct?
Tours. Yes.
No. Well,
Do we? Tours. Yes. Yes.
I read the background sheet wrong.
I came on tour to Palm Desert today.
Do you still have your Roadside Wonderland website?
Yes. That is.
I got into that today.
Man.
It was pretty cool.
I dig that stuff.
Can you tell us about it?
So, America, mid-century America, I mean, you've got your intellectual and architectural side of it, but your kooky and weird side of it is so fabulous. And America went through this renaissance of optimism and craziness that we just search out, try to find. There's no Muffler Man in Australia. There's no Riverside, quite close to us, the world's largest coffee cup. I think that's the sewerage tank, but you've made it into the world's largest coffee. I just love. We can't get enough of it.
Tell me about a few of your favorite ones, because I was just cracking up looking at them.
They're so good. So there's somebody in Menifee, I think, who has a giant Gumby and Pokey in their front yard. No reason why. Let's put a Gumby and Pokey in our front yard. But, we did the Route 66, and there are so many cool, like the America that I wanted to be there is there. And all these,
The America you thought you were coming to.
If I wake up in a motel with an itch one more time, I'm going to think that I've been on Route 66 again. So...
All right, this is why I misunderstood. But you've put this all together on a website. I thought you actually gave tours of some of these.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? On your left.
I'd pay for that.
Is there an equivalent to that in Australia?
No.
There's not like a road that everybody likes
No
to
one
get
used
on?
to sell a juice from a giant orange on the side of the road. No.
There were no giant dinosaurs.
No.
You could go see the Seven Sisters.
Right, but one fell in the
One
ocean.
fell in, so there's only six.
There's only six.
There's only six. But it's
Mother
still-
Nature, she doesn't like tourism at all.
Were those like giant rocks or
There were
something?
giant rock formations off of your one.
That is off the one. We call that the Great Ocean Road because it's near the Great Ocean.
It is. I went to see the thunderous storming of the beach by the Blue Penguins.
He was going to say Thunder Down Under, but he didn't.
I did not.
Oh, you don't have to leave here to see that.
No, they show
I
up
know.
pretty regular.
Apologies for that.
Every time my wife is gone, she's offered apologies.
Honestly, we're very cultured in our country. Wow.
Had your wife gone to Thunder Down Under?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think she's got reserved parking.
Wow.
Hey, I don't care. It takes a lot of pressure off me.
Thunder Down Under.
Does it?
and the
Or I don't
Outback
have to- or does she arrive home
I
with
don't have to
expectations?
dance for her anymore.
Of tearaway pants. Did she get you tearaway pants
We've
for
been married
Christmas?
45 years. Those expectations were years ago.
What Randy's saying is every pair of pants for
Is
him
a tearaway
Tearaway
pants.
tearaway
pants,
pants.
yeah.
Absolutely.
You get those when you're in hospital, I think.
So, where did you go to vacation in Australia?
Oh, well.
New South Wales,
Yes. Look at you with your local knowledge.
Port Douglas.
What is New South Wales?
the northern part
So-
of
For
Australia?
$500.
Alex.
We, Grant and I, my boyfriend, we took a year off life and we drove around the one that goes around the edge. So all of it, we saw everything. Not even all that road is made. Bit of dirt road for a while. You've got your Ayers Rock in the middle. That's very popular. I got vertigo on Ayers Rock.
Really?
Yes.
How
And-
high? How
was gonna say it had
tall
to
is
be-
Ayers Rock?
Oh, it's taller than a thing. Mother Nature's.
That's how we describe it.
Mother Nature's Eiffel Tower. I don't know. It's big. And I got stuck. I got frightened and got stuck on Ayers Rock.
Oh, man.
And
Really?
couldn't go up, couldn't go down. Grant had to go and get the park ranger to pull me off. At the same time, and I do love your country, I live here, a busload of American tourists arrived at the same time with binoculars, just looking at me get rescued. Oh my God, she's stuck on the rock. And then, I hope no one notices I've been stuck on the rock and had to get carried down by the ranger. No, they all applauded.
You got an applause.
When I did. So then I wasn't mad
Been
because
performing for Americans for
applause
years.
at any cost.
Yeah.
I don't. I know that it's like in the middle of a desert.
It is.
Right in the middle of the country.
It
My
is
wife
right
has
in the
been.
middle.
I've never been, but my wife has.
It's a commitment to go.
But it's only 1,400 feet tall. It's not that big.
Oh, look at you and your Googling.
I can Google. 398 meters. Ayers Rock.
What's a meter?
Oh,
About 3
I was
feet.
going to say 399 meters, but I was just guessing. I'm sorry.
You were so close.
So sorry.
Were there other
Get
parts?
to know your own country.
Were there other parts of the United States that were a possibility for you to end up, or was it
Nuh-uh.
always going to be Palm
It was
Springs?
always, well, I mean, as a child, naturally, I thought I'd end up in Hollywood. Then I saw what Hollywood is and changed my mind. No, I've
Everybody
never.
who's anybody in Hollywood has a place out here.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You too? Well, not the same place, but you both have places out here.
Well, we are in show business, so
We
that's
are
our
in
business.
show business. You are too. This counts as a show.
Ish. Ish.
So you fell in love with Palm Springs.
Yes,
You made it home.
for real.
When did you
the
meet
love
Terry?
affair.
How did that all start and why?
So why? Wow.
Why, Terry Ray?
Why? Why did you?
Terry Ray.
Why?
What the hell were
So
you
Terry
thinking?
is also in the Fruitcake Follies. So that's how I met Terry. And, because all the rehearsals are in the Hollywood. So we would carpool because I'm like one of life's passengers. So, and that is really how Skippy and Bitsy came to be. Because we were like, imagine if we didn't have to drive for 5 hours every...
Oh my God, can you imagine those two in a car for that many hours?
Oh, it was a dream come true. And we really built that whole show on those drives to and from rehearsal.
This year's edition was heavily rooted in some great 1960s science fiction programming, including Star Trek. But there was this tremendous piece that you guys did with the robot from Lost in Space, another classic 60s sci-fi series. Little bit of trivia: they pitched Star Trek to CBS, and CBS said, "Oh no, we've already got a really hardcore sci-fi series called Lost in Space." That's the true story.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's really weird is Billy Mummy's been all over local Instagram over the last couple of days.
Is he here?
I know.
It's like his 70-something birthday.
72.
72. Billy Mummy. Is he here with you guys?
I don't know how big Ayers Rock is, but I do know how old Billy
Billy
Mummy
Mummy
is.
is. Billy Mummy also appeared in an episode of Star Trek, so he's done both
Did
franchises.
he now?
He did. But that's... I'm way off track. But you guys did this. Your husband is
Yes.
an enormous...
He isn't. Thank you. He is.
Now, let's get past that
Wow.
because I'm getting uncomfortable.
Well.
That's, by the way, that's just simply hearsay. I've only heard. I was like, no, he's an enormous...
Again,
Lost in
the
Space.
balcony
You said
of the
it again.
Plaza Theatre. We've all got our jams and jellies to sell.
He's a big fan.
Yes, he's
An
a
enormously
devotee
big fan.
of Lost in Space.
He is.
And he built a replica of the robot.
He 3D printed a
Seriously?
life-sized B9 robot from
That
Lost
was the
in
when you
Space.
saw Skippy and Bitsy, the robot
That was the one he made?
He built that robot.
that had the flashing bubble.
Very cool.
He
That is
did.
rants.
I got to go now.
And he's
I'm going to go over
currently
and talk to him
building
for a
Robbie
little
the
while.
Robot. He's doing a second one, Robbie the Robot.
From
Yes.
The Day the Earth Stood
that
Still.
thing, yes.
No, Forbidden Planet.
I'll
One
just
of those
tell
two.
you right now, if it's from Forbidden Planet.
Forbidden Planet, right? Great. Forbidden Planet.
iRobot.
He had a birthday party, like that robot. Can it live in the house? No, it can't live in the house. It can live in the garage. So he had a birthday party that I was standing in the living room by myself going, where are all our guests? And I walked to the garage and everybody wanted to. The robot was the VIP of the whole party. Everyone was in the garage. I just want to be near the robot.
You got to be kidding me! Like that robot is not in the house. That should be in the house.
Kind of feels like everything in the house should be built around that robot. It's a robot house.
And that's how the three of us broke up.
That's when she decided not to co-host
I'm
with
out.
you.
She might be lured back.
Right now, John's like, I wonder if she'd do the show by herself.
What do you, John? He left 10 minutes ago. John's out.
I can see John loves Candy Crush, but never mind.
I realize that I'm asking the wrong person, but I want you to tell me the story of your husband's love affair with Lost in Space.
Oh my God!
And I want you to tell me how you, as a wife, cope with that, because my wife sometimes struggles with my fondness for Star Trek.
Oh, does she? We need to go and have a drink together.
Well, I have a life-size robot of William Shatner, and she won't let me put that in the house either. No, I'm kidding.
I'll dress as Mr. Smith.
Dr. Smith.
He's a doctor.
Dr. Smith. Oh, is he? Oh, then I can't. I could be Mr. Smith, but I never went to school.
You could clutch your pearls almost as good as Jonathan Taylor.
Been doing it through most of this show. Go ahead.
Wouldn't you like to be friends with Jonathan Harris, though?
Oh, Jonathan Harris.
If we can't be friends with Paul Lind, let's be friends with Jonathan Harris. That would be so good.
One of the great campy performers of all time.
So good.
So good.
And like you were saying, I honestly think, especially Guy Williams, they really thought they were in a hardcore drama. And then things went horribly wrong.
Seriously.
Guy Williams was Zorro.
Yeah, right.
That was a big deal.
I don't think he would have signed if he knew Jonathan Harris was just going to upstage the whole thing.
Oh,
so good.
Well, June was a pretty big star.
June Lockhart, of course,
She's huge.
She was Lassie's mom.
Wow, the good old days.
And Angela Cartwright, Sound of Music.
How did that show ever end?
It got canceled.
Because it was bad.
It was terrible. But in such a good way.
So good.
Such a good way. But so, I go back to my question. How did he fall in love with that program, especially from Australia? And how do you cope with his, what seems to be an addiction?
Let's call it a love affair, because many times I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He was born with that, by the way.
Star Trek tattoo.
Isn't that weird?
That's not a tattoo.
Really?
It's a birthmark.
I think Damien, the Devil Child, had it.
Oh, that one's right here.
It's over here. It's behind my left ear.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to move over a little bit so I'm not quite so close to you. So, us kids from Australia, we could not get enough of American television. And a lot of it just seemed like an urban myth. But no, Lost in Space is real.
It's real.
So I think that childhood love of, and also Lassie. Grant used to cry when Lassie was over and his mother had to tell him Lassie was coming back again tomorrow. And the same thing with Billy Mumi. No, not really. So, loved it. Look at him waving. I'm right here. I can hear what you're saying.
Hearing every word of it.
What was your
Yes.
biggest surprise about America when you got here? You mentioned a moment ago that we all seem to believe that shows like that were real and stuff.
Okay, I'm an immigrant, so I won't be saying anything because you're going through a tough time.
No, I'm not personally because I'm a citizen.
America has so many.
Can you prove that, sir?
Not today.
Okay.
Oh my God. You have so many great things that, not you, of course, other people, take for granted and don't appreciate. That coming from...
what are some of those? I think that's actually a really interesting thing to mind there. A vein to mind there.
There is so many things.
Like, what do you, as someone who came from Australia, which feels like the equivalent with a weird accent. But you guys are like roughly the same size as the United States. You have an interesting history
you
of rugged independence.
Fully populated across your entire country, whereas we live round the edges and, of course, 4 tourists at Ayers Rock in the middle, and then the rest is desert. So it is not as populated as your country. Plus, I mean, the terrain in your country, that alone is so beautiful. We have one Ayers Rock, and you've got all of these beautiful national parks. You've got them right now.
Oh, God, I remember those.
All of this stuff to say. So much stuff that everyone's like, yeah.
Check next week to see if we still have the national.
That's right. After Michael Childers' story and her episode, we're done.
That's right.
We're out. And that is how they shut down, because I was on their show.
And you feel like Americans take that for granted.
We've been to see a lot of things and people go, yeah, I've never been there. I've never done that.
But isn't that... I mean, like, I know people who grew up in New York City who don't go see Broadway shows.
Right.
Because it's just my backyard. I can do that anytime. Like, I mean, you did go to Ayers Rock, but they're like... And you drove all the way around. I mean,
I rode on a motorbike.
You circumnavigated the continent, so you did see an awful lot of your country.
True.
I've lived in California almost my entire life. We moved down here 15 years ago, and one day I was driving down to El Centro, and I was like, what's that big body of water right there? I'd lived in California my whole life, and I had no idea the Salton Sea was there.
Oh, bless you for calling that water.
Yeah.
Well,
Sludge.
15 years ago, there was still a little bit of water in it.
What's that three-eyed fish doing there?
I miss The Simpsons.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You got a lot. Like, musically, I mean, the things we've been able to see musically since we've lived here is just mind-blowing. And we would go to thousands of things, and people would, oh, yeah, maybe I should have gone to see that. And I admit, the things I love, like we went to see the Four Tops, and there was one top.
Who's left?
And we went to see the Temptations. There was a temptation.
Not plural any longer.
Yeah, but... amazing. Like, I think in the last year alone, we got to see Paul McCartney, Paul Simon, James Taylor. Like, those people would never even come to Australia, but some of them, James Taylor does. But when you see them
Paul
in such a...
McCartney has to have been to Australia.
Yes, he has. In such a giant football stadium where the ticket you can afford, the sound and the movement are travelling at different times. And it still costs the same as what you paid to see him in a tiny little thing here. Like, that side of the culture here is just mind-blowing.
What do you miss about Australia?
Well, of course, friends and family.
You haven't made any here?
Family?
Friends?
Bless you for thinking I could still make some family here.
Well, I think you're cute.
Wait, whoa.
Okay, but no family's coming out, so...
Wow. Okay.
And that's how I got adopted in America.
Two episodes of prostate cancer ago. We're safe.
And bless you for thinking that's the reason.
Her husband is right over there. I just want to...
He's
boyfriend.
safe.
I'm sorry, boyfriend.
Well...
Husband. Boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Husband sounds like it's your parents, though, doesn't it? Husband. Sometimes I catch him calling me my wife. I go, who's that?
My wife gets mad when I refer to her as my bride. Which
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it does sound like you married a 16-year-old, so I kind of get it. My bride sounds a bit like
I
you grew up
officiate
in
a lot
Dolly
of
Parton's
weddings.
cabin.
And 20 years ago, I was taught no longer to say man and wife. It's husband and wife. But I got a very specific request from one in the early 20s. Nope, we want man and wife.
Because he was unsure if he was the man?
That's not what I was taking off
Proud
of it.
of finally being a man.
Yeah.
He wanted the reassurance?
Finally found somebody who thought he was a man. So apparently, my ceremony is building itself.
Wow.
Yeah, oh, yeah. This is going to be good.
So what's coming up for you next? Where can I buy a ticket to see you?
Yes, please do it. I've got
you
one
like.
right here in my handbag.
Any place she's going to be, she'll sell a ticket.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be on a very popular podcast this week. Oh, I'm
I
already
hope
on
it's
it.
better than
It
this
is the
one.
No,
number
this is
one
it.
podcast in the Coachella Valley, as ranked by some website.
Feedspot.com. But what did we just find out this week?
We are the 225th most popular podcast in the nation. I think there's a
under the category
of
on Apple
music-
Podcasts of music interviews that take place on a Monday afternoon
at Skip's
in a
Bar.
small
No,
bar.
we're ranked 225th
225
out of all the podcasts in the country, which there are at least 226 of. We're number 225.
And if this doesn't take us to 224, we may as well give up.
I'm banking on 219.
Okay.
I feel good about it.
You're going to
No.
be presenting a Desert Theatre League award to yourself.
He was nice enough at the last DTLs to, when I did not
I like
win.
you more and more.
I didn't win for my nomination, but he did say, what did you say? Something like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my podcast partner didn't win."
I said my podcast partner, Randy Florence, sorry he didn't win.
Yeah.
First nomination.
But I was outside crying because it was the first time I'd ever been nominated. And I also just,
You got turned down
I got
for a
turned
role.
down for a role
You're a
recently.
real
I'm
actor
a real
now.
actor. Yes. And the person who
I know, you're shocked as I am. Who would turn him down?
the person who turned me down by text also said
The worst breakup of all.
said he still hopes you can make the show.
Here's a link
and
for the
here's
tickets.
a link to the tickets.
Yes. Always be selling.
Always be selling. I had a 2-word response when I saw
Yeah.
Really?
that.
What were the letters that those
Neither
two
one of
words
them were
started
going to get me
with?
on that stage. So- But I feel like I got the full experience.
You know, and you're both in that arena.
No. We are not.
You are.
She is. I'm ish.
I could teach you to tap, and then
Could you?
and then
then
you'd have
you'd be a
more
triple
skills than
threat.
me.
I could barely
Right?
walk.
You'd be the triple threat. Dance, sing, Captain Stick
Slick?
Shift.
Captain Slick and the Stick Shift?
I thought the
And
triple
act-
threat was tap, pogo stick, hula hoop.
Also that was my
What is there like a minor league EGOT? Is there
minor
something,
league,
something
yes,
like
minor
really,
league.
really down low that I?
I did tell, because Steven Spielberg won a Grammy at the Grammys this year, which makes him an EGOT.
Ooh.
And I told Angela and Jeff that this morning, my co-anchors, I said, look, you guys, you're in rare company. You're only 3 wins away. I mean, you both have Emmys. You're right there. Like, it's pretty impressive.
Then you had to tell them what an EGOT was.
No, they knew. They
Oh,
totally
okay.
knew. No, they totally knew. Will there be a Skippy and Bitsy?
DGOT, Desert Theatre League Award.
Oh, well, a DGOT,
Will there be another?
which is very
Skippy
close
and
to an
Bitsy.
FGOT.
I'm sorry to tell you, there will be another Skippy and Bitsy.
Do we have to bring our own feathers? To
Well, the person responsible for putting those feathers on the stage,
Terry
Ray. I gave him the side eyes that burnt a hole in the side of his face that he will never recover from. So I don't think
You're in
the
very
feathers will
good
ever
company.
be forgotten
it
again.
was so funny though.
You're in very good company. It was Mel Brooks himself who said, "We've heard from the fans, but we're going to make this movie anyway." and he made
Correct.
Spaceballs too.
And by the way, if you've not seen his new documentary by Judd Apatow, amazing. Mel Brooks, really fantastic.
I've not seen it yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Check it
Before
out.
we wrap this up, I want to bring your boyfriend/husband. Can you come over here for a moment, Grant? Because there is a. I'm gonna. John, can you give him your headset for a brief moment?
I'm surprised you didn't take mine. He's always
Ouch.
looking for a reason.
That's next
Showbiz,
week.
it's the worst.
All right. You are an enormous fan of Lost in Space.
Yes.
So, I think one of the great debates in fandom, theme season 1 or theme season 2 and 3. Which is your favorite? Which is the better?
Well, season 1's hard to beat.
See, I'm squarely a season 2. And obviously you know who wrote. John Williams wrote the theme to Lost in Space.
Yes.
Yeah, I did know that.
Did you know that?
I did know that. It's one of the few things I know. So thank you for asking.
Now, is there anything you've been listening to this entire podcast? Is there anything you'd like to dispute?
Wow. How long have you got?
This is the only time we've ever given a spouse rebuttal on it.
We actually have had some come on for a second episode.
That is true.
For an hour's rebuttal.
How long did it take you to make the Lost in Space robot?
Yeah, about 18 months.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of printing.
A lot
Because the 3D printer prints a little piece that's about like 6 inches. But you know how big that robot is.
Yeah,
It's
it's a full, yeah.
It's like Stonehenge in
yes. So it's a
Spinal
lot of
Tap.
printing, and you can't print everything. So some of it is timber, some of it is, I had to buy, and the bubble. And
It looks very
the whole
authentic.
thing.
It's really quite amazing.
Yes.
I want to see it in person.
You'll have to come over, Patrick, and have a look.
I'm free
and like
right
Jane
now. Let's
said,
go.
I'm working on Robbie the Robot
Episode
now.
2 from their house.
Tonight we interview the robot.
That would be.
You know, he can make that robot say anything in the robot voice.
Anything in the really? But
My
now,
wife's out of town, too.
for those people who
Just
know,
you, a
This
martini,
could
and
be
the
a pretty
robot.
exciting night.
hello, Randy.
Danger.
But, the question would be, do you put the headset on his head, or do we have to put it down on his bubble where he actually speaks from?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
very complicated. That's
It'd have to be
insider
down there,
information.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Grant, thank you very much.
Thank you. Guiding me.
You were phenomenal as always.
You were so much fun.
Honestly, damn near as entertaining as you were at Melbourne's.
I'll never know.
And if you don't work again
Good
because of
times,
this,
no memories.
They're going to work. Look, they write their own show. Like
well, I guess you're pretty much guaranteed to work.
Skippy and Bitsy get to go on stage no
So
matter. You
I
need
would not have been turned down for my audition had I written the show.
Start writing plays,
Just
brother.
figured it out.
You should do a competing Christmas special.
No, you should be in Skippy and Bitsy.
Oh, that's a great idea.
What's your skill? Can you play the spoons?
I have to bring my own feathers
Well, apparently they're
because
optional.
I've got them. They're optional.
Totally optional. This has been an incredible conversation with Miss Jane Guy. Do you have a website or anything? Can people find where do
Yes.
you send people?
Glamourpussstudios.com.
Where do they find Roadside?
Roadsidewonderland.com.
There you go.
RoadsideWonderland.com, GlamourPussStudios.com.
That's
Go check
us.
it out. You're going to find wildly entertaining stuff because you're fabulous.
You're fabulous. Stop it.
Stop it. You stop it.
Hey, I'm here
Stop.
too.
You are also fabulous.
Thank you.
Too late.
I didn't beg for that one at all, did I?
It's his middle name, Randy Fabulous Florence. Also fabulous, John McMullen, our producer. Thank you, sir. And thank you all for listening. You please subscribe so you never miss another edition. Big Conversations, Little Bar. I'm Patrick Evans. Thanks for listening.
Big Conversations, Little Bar is a production of the Mutual Broadcasting System. This podcast is available in audio and video format. Visit our website at www.bigconversationslittle.bar.com. New episodes are released every Monday.
Athletes and dreamers, stars of the screen, leaders and builders, and all in between, sharing their journeys, how they've come this far. It's Big Conversations, Little Bar, at Big Conversations, Little